of musicians, the DJs, the people who have studied music, and to me, the people who are phenomenal are the ones who didn't even study, and they just come here intrinsically talented. I can't begin to tell you I'm among good people, and I know it. And the lovers of music, we thank you for being a part of this, because this journey would just be a bunch of musicians banging and clanging and saying, what you think? So, we would be looking at each other and saying, what do you think of that? So we're grateful for everyone who loves the music and who follows it and who knows our songs by heart and who's requesting cheek-to-cheek, sex-to-sex, and who's on my Facebook page every day. And, I'm grateful for it. I can't tell you enough that I absolutely love the reception that I've received in house music in particular, and then the reception that I've received from musicians who, because I did not study music, and those who have studied music have never looked down on me and said, well, you didn't go to school like we did. They were always very encouraging, and they said to me, girl, God forbid you did go to school. You better go ahead and sing. So I'm grateful for that, that they were always encouraging and always loving. And I know some of them won't call in and question, but they're listening. So I just want to shout out all the phenomenal musicians in New York City, because they are bad. They are bad. So I can't thank you all enough.
Well, it's plug time.
Uh-oh.
So want to know what's going on, what's in the future. You've already given us some hints of what you're about to do in the near future. But what do you see in the future? Plug. Please make sure you give your contact information. If you want to give out your number, you can do that. Email. Please give out your contact information and anything you're doing in the future that you want to get out there.
Well, let me give you an email address first. Mm-hmm. The email address is Lynn Lockamy, LYNNLOCKA, M as in Mary, Y, @gmail.com. Let me say that again. That's LYNNLOCKA, M as in Mary, Y, @gmail.com. That's my email address. I don't usually give out phone numbers, but the email address is the probably fastest way to get in contact with me, and I've had people sending me tracks from across the world to that email address, so feel free to send tracks if that's what you want to do. You want to work together, we can definitely talk about it and see what we can get done. My shameless plug, I guess, is that my next gig doing your song, Cheek to Cheek, Sex to Sex, is this coming Sunday in Elizabeth, New Jersey, at Dolce, the Club Dolce on Bond Street in Elizabeth. And it's going to be, I'm going to hit the stage at midnight on what would be the 16th of January. Well, actually, to turn into the 17th at that point at midnight. But the show starts on the 16th, and we're going to do it up big at Dolce. And from there, where am I headed next? A lot of my events are closed events. I do a lot of corporate events and things of that nature. But when I think about the next event, I think January 22nd is the next one after that. That's at the Blend Bar in Northern Jersey. At the Blend Bar, I'm not exactly sure if it's Jersey City or Newark, but I'll be at the Blend Bar on the 22nd of January. And after that, a lot of rehearsing. I'm looking at my schedule. There's a lot of rehearsing going on. So for now, that's me, and then China. So I'll have my Facebook page up. The Facebook page is up. It tells you most of my events. I have a Reverb Nation page as well. Please go to my Reverb Nation. Go to my YouTube. Check out the videos. And the next song is coming shortly. It should come, I guess, I would say right before the Winter Music Conference. And I think it's going to knock you out. I think you're going to like it. So. Well,
speaking of the Winter Music Conference, are you going?
I am going to the Winter Music Conference. I'm performing on March 10th for Tribe Records. Mm-hmm. So I will be at the big Tribe party. It will be my first year at the Winter Music Conference.
Wow.
So, I've never been. So I'm kind of excited about going because it'll be my first time there.
Were you ever at were you at the New Music Conference up in New York?
Yes, the New Music Conference in the 90s. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
that was very
same
expensive to get into, so I used to work it. I stuffed bags and go to the seminars and stuff some more bags.
Well, it's the same thing, just different name.
Exactly. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, cool. So, hey, I got a couple hands-on radio parties brewing for Miami this year, so I will be in touch.
Please do. Please do.
Okay. Senyosa, you got anything you want to ask Lynn before we sign off?
Okay. Well, the first thing is, I can't wait to meet you in person because I bet we're going to go out and have a blast. You know I ain't got no sense. So I like to know, do you have any plans or would you like to come to Baltimore, even if it was just to hang out with me? Because I'm sure people, if you did, they would love to meet you.
I'm coming to Baltimore. I intend to come to Baltimore, actually. I have family in Baltimore. I have a cousin. Shout out to my cousin Francine and my girl Kalima. I intend to definitely come down there. And also, my representative, my manager, is in Baltimore, believe it or not.
Oh.
He currently lives in Baltimore. So it is definitely highly probable that I'll be in Baltimore this spring. And I would love to, if possible, perform in Baltimore. I was supposed to be down there this past weekend at the Paradox. Shout out to Ultra Nate and Anaya Day and Sting International. They did a great party this past weekend, and it was, I think I chickened out is the best way to explain it. I had every intention of being there. And recently I lost a friend to a tragic accident
sorry to hear that.
on a highway in Baltimore, and I found out about it right before the bus trip to Baltimore. And so I became nervous about this bus trip, and at the last minute I told Sting I'm not going. And I didn't tell Sting exactly why. I just said I'm not going. And he was like, Lynn, people want to see you and meet you. And I said, I know. But what Sting did not know was that my manager, who was also a good friend of mine, his cousin is he drives rigs, 18-wheelers. And he was on a highway in Baltimore and hit a wall trying to avoid a parked van in the left lane.
Oh.
And when he hit the wall, the rig actually exploded upon impact. And it was so devastating for me to hear it, and it shook me up so much that I could not do a long-distance trip this past weekend. So I'm getting my nerve back. Because I'm a driver, and I love to drive, and I'm just going to get in my car and go, But I think it was something about Baltimore at that moment that just kind of shook me up. But I'm headed to Baltimore soon, you guys, and we're definitely going to do some crab cakes.
Ooh, yummy.
Okay, yeah.
I have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
This is easy. Okay.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, just to get to know you a little better, we know about the music, and we know music runs through your blood. But
yes, ma'am.
As a lady, you know how us ladies, we always have something else that we do to kind of keep us from strangling people. That other hobby. I tend to lift weights. That stops me from strangling people and stuff. Do you have a hobby other than to keep you from going, postal?
Girl, okay. Oh, Lord. Anybody who knows me can tell you Lynn Lockamy is buying shoes. She's shopping for shoes right now, okay? I am a shoe whore, and, I'm guilty. I have more shoes than I could ever possibly wear in this lifetime, but I'm going to try anyhow. And, so that's for me calming. I will go through a DSW like a tornado. I will go through Neiman Marcus like a tornado, Saks Fifth like a tornado. I love a good pump. It has to be a heel. It has to be 4 inches and up. I love it. And so I'm very rarely caught without heels. If they're not on my feet, they're in my bag. But I have heels. And that is what I do when I am stressed. That's what I do when I'm not stressed. I just love shoes. So
okay.
I'll forfeit food for shoes. I'm sorry. I'm guilty.
Okay.
Well, Lynn, before you go, we got another caller calling in.
Okay.
Question. Caller, I'm going to call off your area code. If you're listening via the computer, please make sure you turn your computer speakers down so we don't get feedback. Caller from area code 313. You're on the air. You have a question or comment for Miss Lynn Lockamy.
Hey, what's up, Chuck? This is Mr. Hustle from Detroit.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, how y'all doing? How you doing, Lynn?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Y'all was having so much fun on the radio. I just wanted to say hello.
Hey.
Hey, how
that's
y'all
all you want to say?
I just wanted to say I want to come to Baltimore and party too, you know.
I know that's right. Come on over.
I hear you.
Baltimore and see you in them hills and party too. That's all
That's
I want.
What's up. That's what's up. I will not disappoint in the hills.
I am not going to let Chuck get ran over by you in them hills. No, I'm not.
Okay. That's what's up.
Me and my boy Taz will be there.
That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me.
Y'all have a good time. Good luck to you overseas, and we'll see you later.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Hustle. Good to hear from you, man. We got to get back out in Detroit,
Chuck, it's been all mine, man. It's been real. Hey,
okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Later, man.
My
He's
man,
coming to Baltimore, too.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, he come too.
Oh, boy.
Detroit family right there. Well, we're going to wrap it up. It was a pleasure talking to you, Lynn. We had a conversation on Monday, and we got a lot of stuff that we didn't get a chance to get into today. But let's touch on one thing. If you have time, we've already gone over an hour, but we got 2 hours to play with. So
okay.
You mentioned something about just the house community and basically how, as far as the singers and producers and just how the money and basically the gigs and just the shine period is divided in that area. You want to speak on that?
Well, this is what I see. First of all, let me preface everything by saying house is a valid form of music, and it is as valid as any other form of music. And this genre of music in particular is being overlooked. And I cannot figure out for the life of me why every other genre of music, it can be a fusion of two different types of music, and we'll validate that long before we do something like house music, which is creative and original. So that's the first thing I have to say. The second thing is that because we have not validated it, mainstreamed it, I'm finding that what's going on here is that we're not putting names and faces together. As I said before, they will play 15 house singles back-to-back on the radio and never once tell you who the artist is. So it leaves the listener wondering, I wonder who sang that song. I wonder what the name of that song is. I wonder, and you never have to wonder when Rihanna's singing. You know that that's Rihanna because they're going to tell you 15 times on Kiss FM, that was the new one from Monica. That's the new one from Rihanna. And it needs to be the same way in house music. That's the new Inaya Day. That's the new Barbara Tucker. That's the new Lynn Lockamy. That's the new, they don't do that. That's the new Pevin Everett. Put it out there because we want to know who the artist is. And what happens in this situation is, unless this artist, this singer, is producing and writing and doing everything themselves, they are actually vulnerable because they have to collaborate with someone, and they're hoping and praying that the person they're collaborating with is going to be on the up and up with them and do business the right way. So now, here you've collaborated one with another. You've put this song out. Hopefully you've put it out with the right label that's going to do business the right way. Mm-hmm. The worst-case scenario is that you can actually lose track of your own song. You can lose your song. You can actually, a label can sign the song and you not know what's going on with the song. And so it's really scary out here in the recording industry world because you are writing the song, you are singing the song, and then you may not even own the song anymore because of paperwork that has been done behind closed doors that you don't know about. So it's really important for every artist to be completely aware and cognizant of what's going on with their business, to deal with people who have a good reputation and they're known for being on the up and up. Today, artists are dividing their gigs with DJs, producers who are also DJs. And what happens is the DJ, producer, puts out a song, and then people